Welcome to Totallyevelyn, and today's video I'm going to be doing my lunchtime live, creating my little studio, delivering you some really good value from some absolutely amazing superstars. My first guest today is the beautiful Klara Landrat, who's an American-Israeli actress of Polish origin, a model, artist and creative director. Woo! So this is my studio. Hopefully we'll learn something on the way. That's what it's all about. So I put my phone on like that, I go on to Instagram Live, and then I just go on to camera, live. It is random and it's real. I just prefer it like that because I think that it's like you meeting someone for the first time. Nobody's got time to prepare. It's just a case of chat, chat, chat. Klara has 73,000 followers. She's following only 990 and I'm one. So I feel really quite precious for that. That's really nice. She's a public figure. She'll need to keep herself with people that are not going to overkill. But I think she's a very approachable person. She looks very approachable. She looks very beautiful. She looks unreal. She has a tummy like a board, which obviously as a model you would have. As I said, she's a public figure, so she is always in contact with people who you would never ever get to meet. So this is the way to do it, guys. Get on your phone, get on Instagram, and then just chat. Now if you're looking to pursue your dream, now how else are you going to do it? And if you are trying to get into that industry, then you can learn. And hopefully when I'm speaking to Klara today, then I'm going to ask her, for the people that are frightened to pursue their dreams, I'm going to ask her if she could help anyone. Anyway, I better get on with this and I'll show you the rest of the video and then I'll come back to you and chat. See you soon. Hello. You're so gorgeous.
To this wonderful olive grove that I have right here.
Wow, isn't it beautiful? Well, you've been around everywhere, haven't you?
Well, actually, my husband is Israeli, and we kind of got stuck here. We were on the way back to New York, but then Corona happened, and you know the outcome of it. It's a bit devastating. So we decided to stay a little bit longer. You know.
Well, you've been in Zoolander, rubbing shoulders with all the best. My favourite actors as well: Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson. I love him.
First acting job as an adult. It was absolutely wonderful. I have to say. Ben Stiller is an incredible person. It's really easy to work with him. He was very disciplined. He was very accurate. He always treated everyone really respectfully. And I thought, you know, that's something that lately came up on the news in terms of, you know, respect towards women. And so I thought I'd mention it. And absolutely loved working with his father, who you probably are familiar with, Seinfeld. So Jerry Stiller was obviously incredible, humorous person to be around. And sadly, we lost him.
Absolutely. Model on all the major covers, Chanel and working in Chanel and Vogue, and
yes,
that is glamorous.
Is it glamorous, you mean? Well, yeah. I mean, there is lots of hard work, very discipline, because you will be under a lot of stress. Don't ever complain. Be professional, you know, because you don't know if these people you will be working with next time. And this is very crucial information, because if you complain or if you are having this diva behavior, it's not going to get you anywhere, because people talk, and it's a small business, just like a film business. Everybody knows everybody, and believe me, no one would want to work with you. That's not what you want. So even if it's hard, even if it's hot frequently, for example, when I was in London just now, I saw a girl standing there in a summer dress. It was in February during this horrendous storm we had. And I'm like, oh God, I remember those days, you know. And same thing, during summertime is where the wardrobe for the winter gets shot. So you're wearing a winter.
Oh, what a shame.
And, you know, 30-degree weather. Oh boy. So this is perks of the job, that it's not really glamorous. You have to be very focused and you have to be very fit. So pretty much a lot of it comes whatever you give in this career, you know, because it's a career, it's a lifestyle, it's something.
I'm really intrigued because you were working with the Duchess of York as well.
Yes,
How
yes.
did you meet her?
Yes, yes, Fergie, the Duchess of York, she likes to be called. Yes, it's a really wonderful initiative. You know, I really love Sarah. I mean, she's just an incredible human being, and what she's done for the children. You know, I don't know if you're familiar, but Story Time with Fergie and Friends is basically an idea to read the stories for children. And the reason I didn't invite you to my house, I'm very, very, very sorry, but it's going actually currently under renovations, so it's not really in a state, presentable state, I would say. So
Yes.
my apologies. Perhaps next time.
No, definitely. It would be nice to see as well. The TV series is going to be out in 2021, the Gods and Fighting Men. That's the one that you had to learn Gaelic.
Oh, right. Yes. So,
Wow.
yes, actually, that is very true. Though I have to learn a very specific accent, which is the Munster accent. And yeah, this is going to come out next year, hopefully. These are your cousins, Gaelic
Yes,
cousins.
that's right. Yes.
Ireland. Please go and visit this incredibly beautiful country that offers really fabulous food, great customs, fabulous music, great beer, of course, and yeah, and the people.
Like, looking back at your life, because you've done so incredible, what would you do different now to what you were doing then? Like, what steps would you like almost fast track to
My
get
God,
there?
like that's I would have done many things differently. I think believing in yourself comes from the self-love and really knowing that you can do whatever you can, that you're capable of doing it while you stay being you, because you are unique and you are
Yes.
original and there is no one like you. So it's this kind of framework that you need to think about. Don't try
Yes.
to change, don't try to be someone else.
No,
It's
that's
not gonna.
incredible. Your
Sure.
body is absolutely like a board.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Well, I tell you what I do. First of all, I hate sit-ups, but I do them. I have to do them, and I try to do them every day. I can recommend you guys a girl from Germany. Her name is Pamela Reif.
Anna Reef, I love her.
Ah, yes, you know.
I love her. She
There
is
you go.
so. We all get this perception that models don't eat anything.
Okay, I have to say, I have a say about that. When I was in my teens, I had to go to Milan for Fashion Week. That was, the earlier times, talking about the early 2000s, I had an agent over there, which was majority of agents at the time. They actually would tell me straight in the face that even though I was super skinny, they said, you are not thin enough for the shows, so you just should maybe stop eating. And I was just incredibly shocked by this. And, I was always a very sort of independent mind. So the minute I heard something like that, I was just like, oh, the F word. And I'm like, no, and I started doing the opposite. And I quit. At the time, I quit modeling, but I did get shows. So, and then I went back to New York, and then I got a different agent. So it's a different story. But I have to say that a lot of models were not eating, and there were girls that were staying in an apartment with me in Milan that would not eat. I was like, I'm hungry. How can I not eat? I mean, and not to mention in the best, country in the world for food. Imagine all the fish and
Exactly, Evelyn. Imagine.
it's
But
crazy.
imagine how sad as well, how sad that is, because for young girls modelling and wanting to get on the catwalk and everything, extremely terrified to eat anything in case they put on a time slip their weight, on the verge of passing out and really knocking themselves ill mentally
I'm
as well.
so happy that those times where you actually had to be super thin are gone.
You've been in all these different countries as well, even over to India.
India, yeah, it's fabulous. I was more interested in working with women over there because of the rape issues and you know, the abuse issue. And that was a fabulous project that actually is not really finished because we're still looking for some funding. But wonderful producer who's a woman approached me. I know in countries like India, Pakistan, or, you know, all the, you know, not main countries that we familiar with, they have absolutely no support for women. And I found it so devastating. You know, women are oppressed. I mean, we are oppressed even now in, you know, living in United States or Scotland,
Yes.
or, you know, women get abused on, you know, daily basis, whether it's, you know, through verbal abuse or social media, you know, abuse. But, you know, that cannot compare to real life threatening situations that these women face, acid burning and heartbreaking. And, you know, I know that, you know, we're not going to make a very, very big change, but I think that the most important thing is to let the women know that they have a way to communicate that issue with someone, that they're not alone.
So sad. It's hard to imagine that that still goes
Yeah,
on.
you know, and I think that, you know, I think we're coming to a really good point in entertainment because, you know, even 20 years ago, this wasn't there. But, you know, that whole thing with Harvey Weinstein, and, you know, that's one thing.
Did you
Unbelievable.
ever meet him?
No, I haven't met him, thank God, no. No, no. Is I knew someone who, you know, I knew many women that, you know, I heard the name. I mean, the name was there, but the tragedy in this, I think, was that no one did anything about it. And I think that if we are silent about someone else's suffering, we are kind of like participating. And, you know, the politics of Hollywood, I think the machine is slowly changing and breaking. But I think it's going to take a long time because, you know, there's still a lot of nasty, powerful men. And, you know, I think it's harder for women because we've been oppressed, for God's sake, for thousands of years, you know.
And now, I mean, have you found that throughout your life then, when you've been doing your modelling, your acting, that sometimes you've not had the appreciation for being strong women, that people are still sort of, you know, maybe desire, you know, they look at you and say, wow, she's gorgeous. But then after they get to know you and they know you're really strong and clever, intelligent, and super cute, they're like, can't go for this.
I'm so happy, Evelyn, you brought that up. I'm a babbling person, so stop me anytime. I talk a lot, but I'm so glad you brought it up. Yes, there's a lot of people, and not just men, obviously. There's a lot of very I don't even know how to call these people, but they're just horrible people. Okay.
You're women of the world because you've lived it, the experience of life, and you're amazing, and you're wanting to share all that information with women and to help them. Hopefully people will start to follow your channel and talk to you as well, because you're so approachable, Klara, so approachable that people will really warm to you. It's so nice that you're doing that, helping people. Too many people get too big.
Not really working right now with lots of projects, so I have a lot of free time. So please, you can write me, and or maybe we can create a group, or with you, Evelyn, whatever. I mean, I think we just really have to help each other. You know, I mean, it's to share that. You know, thank you for having me. Really, I'm very grateful.
Thank you so much.
So many
Thank you so much. Good. I'm so inspired. What a beautiful human being, and what she's doing for women, and to be so open and approachable. Look at me with the bare feet. You wouldn't get this if you were working on the TV. You'd have to wear your big heels. So working in your own studio is great fun. So guys, that brings me to the end of that video. Hope you got something out of it. Hope it was good. If you are trying to pursue your dreams, don't be frightened. She has a lot of stories. I'm sure we're going to see her again. Hopefully we're going to do something together as well, which is great. So, oh, I forgot to put my belt on today. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Just in the house. Okay guys, take good care. Let me know your comments and do subscribe, like and share.